Now on CoastTV News.
Rural Sussex County areas and the effort to improve health and social services in those areas.
Federal hemp amendment, how jobs and products across Delmarva might be lost.
DelDOT has installed weather monitors along the coast. What improvements they say they'll bring.
We have a 2-for-1 combo that we're setting up weather-wise over the weekend that includes warming up and getting a little rainy as well.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Celebrating progress in rural health care and the challenges that still remain. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis in for Madeline.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. We begin tonight with an ongoing mission to improve health care in rural communities.
This was the scene at the Milford Wellness Village today as the community came together to discuss National Rural Health Day. Coast TV reporter Emma Aiken is in our newsroom with this story. Emma, officials at the event said the mission is to make the area healthier.
Christina, representatives from the Delaware Rural Health Initiative explained the unique challenges that people who live in rural areas face when it comes to accessing health care. State leaders say ultimately, lack of access leads to poor health outcomes in chronic conditions. This is Linda Rogers. Living in Lincoln, she knows firsthand how hard it can be to find health care in areas that are more rural.
It is hard for people moving here to find primary care physicians, and it seems no matter where we go, it's 2 months wait, 3 months wait. Took me a month to get an MRI.
Experiences like Rogers are what the Delaware Rural Health Initiative and other state and local officials say they are working to prevent. Kristen Link-Young with Delaware Health and Social Services says fixing the shortage of doctors is a big piece of that solution.
Whether it is bringing new primary care physicians into the pipeline or supporting other kinds of clinicians, supporting school-based health centers, supporting mobile health units that can meet people where they are and deliver key services.
Thursday marked the 14th annual National Rural Health Day reception, a celebration of the progress made and a promise to keep improving.
Unfortunately, I think there's a long way to go.
In a state where nearly 40% of people live in rural areas, the distance to care remains a reality, but so does the determination to close that gap. Representatives from the state also discussed Governor Matt Meyer's Rural Health Transformation Plan, saying the goal is to invest in young people's education while also supporting older Delawareans and providing the health care they need to survive. Christina.
Thank you, Emma. And just last week, Governor Matt Meyer announced $1 billion proposal to overhaul rural health care across Delaware. This includes the state's first ever 4-year medical school and expanded services. Governor Meyer said the location for that school has not been determined yet, but they are considering locations here in Sussex County.
Legislation was passed to reopen the government after the record-breaking government shutdown, but that included new rules on hemp, which is a plant related to marijuana. The new law lowers the amount of THC allowed in hemp products. The law is set to start in November 2026, and the owner of Scooby's CBD boutique in Rehoboth Beach says the new limits could force him to close his doors.
It's just kind of crazy to think that something like this lotion here is now going to be classified the same for my customers who get this for pain relief as having some heroin now, which is just kind of ridiculous.
The amendment requires an action from the FDA, which has until February 10th to publish a list of all cannabinoids that are naturally occurring chemicals in cannabis, and that will be part of that amendment target. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what concerns you most about hemp restrictions.
Let's take a look at the results. Looks like 14% say job losses, 2% business closures, and 66% say consumer choice. 18% say something else that we're not sure of at the moment.
If you want to go ahead and vote in this, it's easy to do. Go to coasttv.com or use our mobile app. And you're looking now at monitors installed along the coast to help prepare for flooding. DelDOT says these new weather station monitors can warn people of rising water quickly, which helps them close roads more quickly and safely. DelDOT has placed 4 of these weather station monitors 3 along Route 1 and 1 over River Road in Oak Orchard to keep constant watch for potential flooding and provide detailed information about water levels. People we spoke with say this will benefit the community.
Very scary when the water starts coming up, so anything they can do to alert people earlier would be better.
According to DelDOT, they may add more monitors along the coast, but we'll wait to see how the current ones perform. We are taking a live look into Laurel right now. Some gray fog out there as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams.
So what we have right now is more the way of moisture that's hovering in the atmosphere, not so much, and really in the form of fog and drizzle, not so much exasperating any kind of problems with the possibility of flooding. And earlier this year, we had a tremendous amount of rain. We've tapered off a great deal, and those numbers are starting to even out before the year is done. But as far as where we are right now, we have thick cloud cover that we anticipate for tonight. We're going to stay in the 40s because of the same thick cloud cover, and we're warmer. We're about 6 degrees warmer now. Now, we're going to start trending upward with our temperatures, and that's going to come with the caveat of a shower or two, and that's what we're bracing for right now. And as warm as we're going to get, particularly going into next week, I'm telling you to enjoy the wave while we ride it, because as soon as Thanksgiving is over, we're going to plummet like a bad stock option. Back to you.
Something to keep an eye on there, Paul. A man missing in the waters of off the South Point boat ramp safely rescued yesterday night following a search involving multiple agencies. That's according to the Ocean City Fire Department. They say Maryland Natural Resources Police received a report of an overdue boater around 9:30 p.m. Then they spotted the man flashing a light approximately 500 yards away. Using search equipment, they located the boater. You can see here some pictures on your screen now, and the helicopter lit up the area from the air, allowing nearby boats to reach the man, and he was safely brought back to shore. In Washington today, family and friends paying tribute to former Vice President Dick Cheney.
The nation's 46th vice president was laid to rest in front of 1,000 invited guests today at Washington's National Cathedral.
As NBC's Monica Alba reports, speakers honored Cheney's 40 years of public service and remembered him as somebody who put country over party.
A final Washington farewell to the nation's 46th Vice President, Dick Cheney. The funeral at Washington's National Cathedral, bringing together 2 former presidents, 4 vice presidents, and a bipartisan group of Cheney's political adversaries and allies. President George W. Bush chose Cheney, a former congressman from Wyoming and White House Chief of Staff, to be his running mate in 2000.
You did not know Dick Cheney unless you understood his greatest concerns and ambitions were for his country.
In the aftermath of 9/11, Cheney was criticized for the administration's controversial surveillance and interrogation tactics, and for the war against Iraq's Saddam Hussein.
We believe he has, in fact, reconstituted nuclear weapons.
That turned out to be false and prompted swift backlash against the Bush administration. Cheney endorsed Donald Trump in 2016, but in a political bombshell backed Democrat Kamala Harris last year.
In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump.
My dad's devotion to America was deep and substantive.
Cheney's daughter Liz, a former member of Congress, remembered her father as a patriot.
Though he was inspired to service by President Kennedy, Dick Cheney became a Republican. But he knew that bonds of party must always yield to the single bond we share as Americans. For him, a choice between defense of the Constitution and defense of your political party was no choice at all.
Trump notably hasn't commented on Cheney since the former vice president passed away November 3rd. Vice President J.D. Vance offered his condolences today.
He was a guy who served his country. We certainly wish his family all the best in this moment of grieving.
A senior White House official confirmed to NBC News that neither President Trump nor Vice President Vance were invited. Those who did attend, Presidents George W. Bush and Joe Biden, and Vice Presidents Dan Quayle, Al Gore, Mike Pence, and Kamala Harris. Monica Alba, NBC News, Washington.
The Rehoboth Beach Christmas tree making its way to the bandstand where the tree came from.
And we're looking for a bit of a warmer and a bit of a rainy pattern to kick in over the weekend and going into the holiday.
But first, Hollywood meets the beach. How the Rehoboth Beach International Film Festival lights up the coast with creativity and connection. That's next.
Lights, camera, action. Art and theater, it continues to grow here on Delmarva, and in this week's Coastal Connections, reporter Emma Aiken shows us how the Rehoboth Beach Film Festival is growing and having a big impact on the community.
Popcorn popping. There's many things that bring people to see a movie, but this long line at the Rehoboth Beach International Film Festival was for more than just concessions. This year, thousands of people came to watch more than 100 films over the 7-day festival.
We have really put this festival on the map with everybody, and we are getting submissions growth on growth on growth. And so I have no doubt that next year we'll probably go double.
That's Lisa Black with the Rehoboth Beach Film Society, who helps make the festival happen. 2025 marked the 27th year of the festival, and Black says the number of films increases every year.
What has stayed the same is our unbelievable dedicated volunteers, our staff, and the audiences that come. They love interacting with the filmmakers and stuff like that. So that is a constant steady.
And it's called the International Film Festival for a reason, with Oscar submissions from across the globe.
We have 7: Estonia, Germany, Iceland, Uruguay, Finland, and Taiwan.
But equally celebrated are the filmmakers from the Delmarva region, like Nick Wilkinson, who's the writer, director, and producer of Death on the Brandywine.
The reaction's been fantastic. We sold out the first 2 screenings pretty much as soon as tickets went on sale.
Wilkinson says they're determined to have a stronger film presence in the first state.
We really wanted to make the film as a message. Come make films in Delaware. There's a strong potential and some great locations.
Wally Marzano-Lesnevich starred as an actor in Death on the Brandywine and says the emerging film scene is important.
They really wanted to make a film here that showcased some of the majesty, the gorgeousness, and to show that you can make movies in Delaware. You can make movies everywhere.
Audience members even had the chance to participate in Q&As with filmmakers after their showings.
It's no easy task. It's a circus, but we do it because this is humanity, right? If you didn't have this kind of interaction, and it just brings people closer together, and we really need a lot of that.
As the final credits roll, one thing is clear. The magic of the movies isn't confined to Hollywood. It's alive and thriving right here on the Delaware coast. For Coastal Connections, I'm Emma Aiken.
I'm not going to say that we shouldn't enjoy the warming trend that will kick in. I'm just saying let's not forget what season we're in, particularly right after Thanksgiving. I'm not gloom and doom. I'm not being, Debbie Downer, but I'm just trying to basically prepare you because it's going to really spoil us. We're going to really get spoiled over the next few days, particularly next week. But in Ocean City, currently we're at 51 degrees. We'll drop to 47. Now, take a look. We're already trending upward, like 6 degrees warmer than we were just yesterday at this same time. We're currently at 48 degrees, 49, pardon me, I don't have my glasses on. 49 degrees actually in Gumboro, 48 and 49 degrees. And we're looking relatively clear for right now as far as precipitation is concerned. But we have a bit of rain that's on the way. Your running forecast will start off in the morning time with thick cloud cover, and we'll have temperatures hovering in the 50s most of the day. And we are bracing for a bit of rain first for Friday. Now, this is our NAM or NAM model, and it's indicating that we have light precipitation to kick in Friday morning, Friday afternoon, and then by Friday evening, we're looking for possibly some more steady showers. This yellow is not indicating stormy weather, just more steady showers for the most part, moderate showers. And then it clears out quickly in time for your weekend. Now, the amount of rain, we kind of narrowed it down to the 3 main places where we're measuring rain: Ocean City, Rehoboth Beach, Georgetown. We're looking at about 1/3 of an inch of rain thus far, and as each model comes through, it's looking less and less impressive as far as the amount of rain is concerned. We take a wider view of this, and these models are indicating just 1/4 of an inch or less than that. So I'm not expecting a whole bunch of rain. And we've got to start monitoring our drought monitor as a result of the precipitation we haven't received as of late. Now, temperatures are expected to next 6 to 10 days to be above norm. Now, as you take a look at your 7-day forecast, Thursday is the last day in which we're expecting for things to really stay positive for us. But keep in mind, this weekend, we're going to be pretty mild. 58 is the normal high for this time of the year. And so next week, we're going to teeter a little bit above board, so to speak, all the way till we get to Thursday. Now, I can't really show you the drop off by the time we get to Friday until we get to our 10-day forecast. So this is one of those times where I'm saying, wait till you get a load of that 10-day at the end of the newscast, so you really don't want to miss one. Don't go nowhere.
It's that time of year again for the Bless Our Children campaign. Every year, Coast TV works to make the holidays brighter for kids here on Delmarva.
The money you give, that goes to local charities, and they buy Christmas presents. Here's how you can support.
For many in our community, the holiday season can bring about stress, as they strive to create unforgettable moments for their cherished little one.
And that's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help, but we need your support to make it happen. All the money you donate goes to local nonprofit organizations which give gifts to children this holiday season.
And you know what, Mike? Every penny, every single one you give helps families right here in Delmarva because WBLC covers all administrative costs. Send a donation in a holiday card and we may read your well wishes on the air.
Businesses can also help Bless Our Children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge by donating at least $1,000. As our thank you, we'll list your name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amounts given in increments of $1,000.
You can donate by sending a check or money order to the address on your screen, or you can use your credit card online at blessourchildren.org.
Together, we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Coming up tonight on DSN at 9 p.m., Decatur hosting Smyrna in boys basketball. Then the final score at 11 p.m. Coast TV News at 5. We'll be right back.
The Rehoboth Beach Christmas tree making its way to the bandstand and getting put up. Rehoboth Beach now one step closer to Christmas. The tree was previously off of Route 1 next to the Terros Village and Delaware Department of Transportation Salt Barn on the former Delaware State Police Troop 7 site. You can see here just how large that tree is, and I'm sure it's going to look even more beautiful when it's all lit up.
The CDC website has been changed to include false claims linking autism and vaccines. That's despite an abundance of evidence showing there is no connection. A bullet point at the top of the CDC page says the claims vaccine do not cause autism is not evidence-based because studies haven't ruled out the possibility that infant vaccines cause it. Oddly enough, the main heading still says vaccines do not cause autism, but there's a footnote explaining the headline was only left in place due to an agreement with a U.S. State Committee chair.
Now here's a live look at Dover. We have one more check on your forecast right after this.
Each Friday, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV. It's full of features, cool things to do this weekend, and more. You can sign up now for our Feel Good Friday newsletter at coasttv.com/signup.
A lot of fun stuff there. Now, we take a look right now in Dover, holding at 47 degrees, and we're going to stay in the mid-40s for the rest of the night, thanks to the cloud cover that we have thoroughly in place for tonight. Now, as you kind of wind the view of this, we're not seeing much in the way of precipitation. That's not going to be an issue for us. So we're going to stay relatively mild throughout the night as a result of that. By the way, our umbrella giveaway winner is Edward Ward of Lewis. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Be sure that you come by and pick up your umbrella. We won't send that in the mail. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. Your forecast is just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Bruckstead, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's what I've been trying to tell everybody. Okay, let me say this one more time. I am not a party pooper. I am not a Debbie Downer. I'm not a gloom and doom guy. We're going to enjoy these next few days, and we're going to be spoiled to death by Mother Nature. But Mama's going to snatch everything back right after Thursday.
You just got to be ready for it. We'll get through it together. Group effort, everybody.
Group hug?
Group hug. Keep you warmer.
That's okay. No group hug. Thank you, Paul, and thanks to you at home for joining us for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.